I've definitely felt lonely here in Australia, and I've lived alone before, back when I was living in Europe, but I had family close to me. So moving here was the furthest away I've ever been from my family, not just distance-wise, but also with the time difference. It's very tricky to talk with them because, it's night and day. So when it's night here, it's day over there. So it's very tricky. So I've definitely felt lonely, particularly in the beginning when I was struggling to make friends. I would recommend journaling. I know that helped me a lot. It can be a bit intimidating and you can feel very vulnerable, but it didn't help me, making me feel better, journaling your feelings, and then just go out there and try to meet people. It can also be difficult, especially if you're an introvert and you're not used to go out and meet people. Also, for me, it was also Bumble BFF, I guess, was my lowest point. But, you can also meet people through other ways. And
the first week I moved into my new student accommodation was probably the hardest, because the first night I spent, I don't know when I actually fell asleep, but I had to have my mom on the phone with me because it was my literal first time living out of home properly. I haven't had that experience before. So yeah, it's very scary, and also because I didn't know anyone at the building yet. So probably the initial couple of weeks in Melbourne would be hard, and also during exams, I know I get really stressed out, and I would really like my family to be close to me during that time. So what I usually do is just, call them up whenever. There's also a time difference for me as well. It's a 7-hour time difference behind. Family for me is the best option during exams, but also because friends are also having their own exams, so you can't expect them to be there for you when they're going through stress as well.
Something else I would recommend is also living with people. I know I lived alone here for a month and a half, and it was the loneliest experience ever. And I lived in a shared house, but I still had my own little studio, and barely anyone would get out of their room, which is why personally my experience was not great. But as soon as I moved in with my other current housemates, my life changed completely. I'm very lucky that I adore both of my housemates, and they've been there with me through everything that's happened with me, this past year. And it's just been incredible to have them by my side and made me less lonely. And I'm the youngest one in my household, so they feel like, they're my big sister, almost like my mom. And it's really helpful when I cannot talk to my family. So I would recommend, maybe if you're feeling really lonely, looking for housemates and looking for, other people to live with, because it can really change your life.